Greetings, friends and family. Welcome to Let's Talk, where we talk about anything and everything. My name is Rose Mokoena, and on today's show, we have a wonderful guest. But before I can even introduce him, I want you to sit tight, relax, and be looking forward to today's episode. I have with me Mr. Chris Mashaba, and I'm gonna ask him to introduce himself. Welcome to Let's Talk.
Thank you so much, Apostle.
Yes, please
so
do
much for
introduce yourself.
Like you just said, my name is Chris Mashaba, and that is the name that I was given. Born and bred in a big village called Mokoena in Guyana. A firstborn of Mr. Mashaba and Mrs. Mashaba. They are still alive. Growing up, I at some point got introduced to ancestral worship and all that. But then I was very fortunate that my parents got introduced to Christ as well. Okay. Then they turned to Christ. Over and above that, I'm also a husband to Mrs. Kimera Butivi Mashaba, and a father to two daughters, Agape and Amor. And then when I got to the age of understanding, I decided to accept Christ for myself as my personal savior.
Mr. Mashaba, before we can even go deeper with our today's topic, let me, about the topic, faith without a middleman.
Yes.
You understand that there's this faith that God wants us to have as Christians. I believe we're born with it. We're given as a gift from God, having faith. Because as Christians, we cannot please God without it. Correct. And now we're going to talk about faith without a middleman. What do you understand about the topic, and who is this middleman?
Okay, so faith without middleman. A middleman is a person that we consult to. Any consultation that happens and it is not between man and God, then whoever we are consulting to, we call that person a middleman.
Okay.
Yes, and faith without a middleman. Let's say in the olden days we'll have priests. So that's when the Israelites will go and consult in order to bring their request to God. So they will not have direct relationship with God. They will wait for that particular day, that particular time, for them to go and consult with the priest. So the priest can take the matter to God. And the priest in that case was the middleman between the Israelites as well as God. So the introduction of Christ was actually to break that middleman, and Christ became our go-to when we have to approach God. But then Christians, they do not understand that they are now liberated and they don't have to go to any other person except through Christ, and then they go to God. That's why many of them, they decided to consult foreign gods. Many of them, they decided to go to places that they were not supposed to be going to in the name of, we just want to get closer to Christ. And eventually they find themselves surrendering the authority that God has given unto them. Because all of us have been given authority, have been given power. But if you take power and give it to somebody else, they might take the same power and they use it against you.
Okay. You mentioned during your introduction, you mentioned that you grew up in a family where they had ancestors.
That is correct. Can
you tell us a little bit about that background? Because now you are talking about a middleman, and again, faith without a middleman, whereby you are coming from a background that had this middleman.
So I'm not coming from a background where Christ was known. And I'm talking about my grandfather's background, a father to my own father. So we'll be introduced to our great-grandparents, whereby there will be at some point a time whereby we'll go and worship them, we'll go to the graveyards, we'll go and present our request unto them, we'll go and ask for luck if we need luck, we'll go and ask for blessings if we're needing blessings. And that was not even the relationship, or rather the consultation that our grandparent will take to God. We just looked at her as somebody who's going to give us answers, a person that lived with us. This person was not even a middleman, but we relied on them. They did not create us, but we relied on them to give us answers.
Okay.
And give us blessings.
I thought the God of our ancestors, like mentioning their ancestors when you're presenting your case to God.
It was a different, it was a different setup in my family. It was a different setup.
What are some misconceptions about the role of a pastor that you feel they need to be corrected?
There's quite a lot of them. But one that stands out for me is pastors being idolized. We are being idolized a lot in a way that people don't even know who the real pastor is. And funny thing is, Apostle, in Christians idolizing pastors, we get to a space whereby us as pastors, we fall for it. You see, if I can come to you and I believe that you will do something for me, you might want to please me. So pastors are being led astray because they want to please the congregation as well. We don't want to lose the congregation in church. So if they idolize and they feel like I am God, I can do this and that, then I fall for it as well. So some of the things that we've seen in the country, probably it was as a result of what the congregation has done, idolizing the pastors.
Making them a middleman, or?
Making them more than just a middleman, but a God himself. Because if you can disregard the scriptures and want to do what I tell you without any reference in the scriptures, then that is, you've went beyond being a middleman. You are just a God of that congregation.
So now we are talking about faith without a middleman.
Yes.
And you just refer to the pastors that being idolized by the congregants. And do you think it's based on less of teachings in the churches, that people are not well taught the scriptures to know that they cannot put their faith in the man or in the pastor, but in God himself?
I'd say ignorance.
Or they've been taught, but it's ignorance.
They are ignorant. The Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And it is not that the knowledge is not given to people, but they are ignorant, very much ignorant.
So how do we correct it?
If I was to go back to the book of Acts in chapter number 17, the Bible recalls that after Paul has taught his congregation, they went back to refer in the scriptures to check that which Paul is talking about, is it indeed there? So I'll say refer. Keep on referring. Do not just take what I am saying without referring, going and find it somewhere, because every truth has a point of reference. Every truth is found written somewhere. So refer, and keep referring.
Wow. I have a question here. You've said people give certain power by the way they live. Can you unpack that idea?
Let me paint a picture. Let me paint a picture for you. So South Africa is in trouble, and they have to go and face a vast army that wants to attack South Africa. So the army goes there, well armed, having all sorts of weapons, only to find out that the opponent does not have the weapons. So South African army, they take the weapons and they give them to the opponents. What do you think the opponents will do? They'll use the weapons against us. And that's what people are doing now. They are taking everything that God has given unto them and they give it to the authority, to the authority of the enemy. Some it is because of what they are confessing. Can you imagine somebody who spends hours and hours in prayer, having fasted as well, speaking good about themselves, confessing good about themselves, pleading blessings with God, and after they spend so much hours in prayer, when they go out and I ask you, how are you? It's painful here, it is painful there, things are bad. You just defeated the hours that you spend in prayer. You've just defeated the victory that you spend in prayer. So basically, you have taken all the weapons that you have collected in prayer. When somebody speaks to you, you hand them over to the enemy. And because the enemy does not have anything, it takes the same weapons that you have given him and uses them against you. So if you were in pain or if you were sick and I ask you, how are you? You've just confessed that you are healed by the stripes of Jesus. When somebody asks you, how are you? And you say, I'm still in pain. I think this sickness is going to kill me. The enemy take the same weapon and say, I'm going to use that sickness to destroy this person.
Power right there. So we are the one who give the enemy power, authority over our own.
Absolutely. He has never had authority even from the get-go. But he
Because
takes
he
the
was
authority
stripped
from
of
us.
everything.
He was stripped of everything, but he takes it from us. We are feeding with the weapons. We are actually designing them. We give it unto him. Then he uses them against us.
Okay.
Not that he has anything, nothing whatsoever.
So you're talking about now the power of confession. What we are saying with our mouth, even if we are still in pain, but we don't speak pain.
We never
We speak
confess that.
Healing.
Because I do not believe that somebody can go in prayer and they go and confess pain. They are praying for healing from that particular pain. They don't confess pain. But then outside of the prayer room, they go and confess the pain. That is you surrendering the weapon that you got in prayer. That is you surrendering the power that you got there in prayer.
Can I call you man of God this moment?
Yes, you may.
Thank you so much. For now, we're going to take a short break and we shall be back.
Honor, it's a key. Disrespect, it's a padlock.
When we are facing challenges, many of us we run away from God instead of coming closer. God is not expecting you to be perfect to serve Him.
Looking for a place to worship this Sunday? Join us at Vineyard of Peace Ministries, Krugersdorp. Service begins at 9:30 a.m. and ends at 12 p.m. Come as you are and experience worship, fellowship, and a loving community. We can't wait to see you there.
You be lifted, Son of God. Be glorified.
Welcome back. This is still Let's Talk, where I'm with Ntate Mashaba and we're discussing the issue of faith without a middleman. And you went deeper talking about how we gave power, our authority onto the enemy. I really love what your explanation around it, that someone will spend time in the closet praying, fasting and everything, but the moment they go out, they confess something that is opposite to what they were praying for. Powerful.
And it is something that happens a lot in the Christian space. It happens a lot in the Christian community. You will actually spend much time praying for somebody who is believing God for healing. But is it believing God for healing or believing God for a breakthrough if when they go out, they confess something different? Let me give you a typical example, and we do it innocently so. You are believing God for a financial breakthrough, and as you drive out of your house, you get to the robots and you find the beggars, the people that are begging by the street, and they say, can you please give me 5 rand? Can you please give me 10 rand? And you say, I do not have money. You've just defeated the prayer that we've been praying in there. But you were doing it innocently.
Let's talk about this. Good example. Could be, it's not a matter of the person doesn't have money, but they are feeling like if you give this person money, they'll use it somehow. What is your say there?
So, it is not that we need to give them money.
Yeah.
Not that we need to give them money.
How should we respond?
This is how I respond. So when I get to the robot and I realize that I don't have any cent in my wallet, I close the window and I look at the robots. Because I don't want to defeat that which I said in the name of I'm being a good person.
You are ignoring the
I'm
problem.
not ignoring the person, but I am containing my prayers.
Hey, man of God.
Sometimes we feel
Which
like
one
we're ignoring people, but we're not ignoring them. They feel like they're being ignored, but I am containing that which I've prayed about. It's like you having been in fasting and in prayer. And then after that fasting and prayer, you decide, okay, let me just go and lock myself in the room because I need an intimate space with God. Does it mean that you're ignoring your loved ones? You're not ignoring your loved ones, but you are called into an intimate space. We need to be intentional as the children of God in what we are doing.
But again, there's a scripture that says, if you know God has blessed you and someone is asking for something and you tell them to go and pray, but already God has provided you. It's like you are standing at the robots there. You're closing your window. You have money. Can't you just say, follow me, I'll go to the next ATM to draw for you.
Woman of God, if I have money
We are
with
just
me,
talking.
if we have money with me, if I have money with me, I take the money and give it to them. But all I'm saying is, I refuse to open my mouth, because there will come a time whereby you're not having cash with you, and you'll open your mouth and say, I don't have money. And all I'm saying is, I refuse to spend hours in prayer, believing God for money. And as I drive out of my house, probably there was a solution where I am going, but I just said, all that is defeated.
I know
do
this
not
one
have.
is not part of the topic, but correct my own. If I get into the situation, I always tell them, I don't have cash, I'm swiping. I'm using card.
That's a better response, because it does not defeat money, because money is not cash. Money can be something that is in the bank account or in your card. It does not defeat you saying, I don't have money.
Okay, based on you, not the scriptures, I know Hebrews 11.
Yes.
What is faith?
So faith, it is you saying to yourself, I know that I do not see this with my naked eyes, but because I have prayed, it is done in the realm of the spirit. I'm just waiting for time to manifest in the physical.
The difference between faith and belief and trusting in God.
So we cannot separate the three, although they have different definitions. When you trust in God, it means you believe in Him. If I trust in you, it means I believe you will provide. If I have faith in you, it means I believe you will provide. And because you have done it before, then I trust that you will still do it now. I have a point of reference.
It's coming from you because you have a better understanding, but someone will say, I have faith in God, but it's still like doubting. It means disbelief is there.
It means disbelief is there. So it means that there's no belief. So if there's disbelief, it basically means that there's no
So can you
belief.
still tell me that it's the same thing?
It is not the same thing. It has different meanings, but you cannot separate the three because they go hand in hand. That's why even in scriptures, depending on the version that you are reading, some will say those who believe in the Lord, some will say those who trust in the Lord. So we cannot separate them depending on what we want to get when we are speaking that particular sentence.
Okay, let's go back to the middlemen.
Yes.
How far do we embrace them in terms of our faith towards God?
Our middlemen, we have actually embraced them, that we have substituted Jesus and we put men in there. Let me give you an example. There are people who are actually going unto God but having a backup, and that's how we have actually put a middleman and substituted God.
I like the word backup.
They have backup that if God, you do not do it for me, I know Apostle Rose will give me that 10,000 rand. Meaning that I'm going to, I'm praying
Next
to
time
God.
when you use example for money, don't use my name more.
So you see, I am praying unto God, but already I have my own answer. Why do I pray in the first place? If I have an answer, I know where it is
always
coming
have
from.
plan B.
I already have plan B, so why should I come through for you?
So according to you, that is not faith.
It is not faith. It is not faith. If we were to put the subject of faith in the middleman, if that particular faith already has an answer to it, or it already has a backup to it, it is not faith enough. I always say, and I will say now, that if your faith does not shock you, then it is not faith. You are able to do it. So if you are praying to God and say to God, lying to God that I have faith in you, and you are again believing Him for something that you know that it is within your capability, then it is not faith. You are not believing in God. It is something that you can do. Therefore, don't pray, just go and do it. If you are saying to God, I believe you for a house, and you know that you have 2 million rand in your bank account that can buy you that particular house, you are not believing God. Just go and take that money, buy a house.
But what if that 2 million was for something else?
But you know deep in your heart that if God does not answer me, I'll go and buy it cash. I have the 2 million rand in me. I'd rather go and believe God for something that I know that, Lord, with my own ability, I know there's no way that this I can achieve. That's what the Bible tells us in the book of Luke, chapter number 18, verse number 27, that which is impossible with men, it is possible with God. So I always look for impossible. Something that I look at and be like, Chris, you cannot achieve that. Then I believe God for that.
Okay. Before taking another break, can I believe in God for private jet?
Please
Because
do that, because if it looks impossible to you, let's do that.
You heard him. After the short break, we're going to talk more.
Hello everybody, my name is Charlotte and I like watching the TikTok.
Hello everyone, catch Tickle Pots with me, Miss Lala, every Saturday at 9 a.m. Repeats play on Monday at 6:30 a.m. Get ready to learn, play, and have some fun!
Welcome back. We heard that with God all things are possible. It means there are things that are not possible. They only need God who can make things possible. And I also believe that you are in business.
Yes. Yes.
How does you apply your faith in business?
Business is very tricky. If you look at money and not having God in it, you'll make a lot of mistakes. And me believing in God and believing God has saved me from making wrong business decisions.
So you have money.
Yes, I do have money. So it has saved me from making wrong business decisions. Sometimes in business, we run after money and we forget that in this country, money can get you killed. In this country, money can actually bring a lot of things in your space. So I pray for every time when I go into my prayer space, I pray for my business. My faith is solely in God. I do not qualify to do the business that I'm doing now, but God has qualified me to do it. As a matter of fact, I do not qualify to be in a space that I'm in now. But because of the faith that I've had and still have in God, it has proven to me many a times that it cannot be proven otherwise. I cannot go to somebody else.
But how do you maintain your integrity and your faith in a business space?
It depends with the kind of a business that I'm doing. So the business I'm doing, I'm in the insurance space. I don't do it myself. I do loans. I'm in property
Insurance.
business.
A lot of lies there.
Not really lies. It's a promise. Insurance sells a promise, so it does not sell a lie. So I still maintain my integrity. This is how I approach my business. If I advise you today, when you go to another financial advisor tomorrow, they should be able to advise you of the same thing. You take it or you leave it. I said to a client that I spoke to a few days back, I cannot lie to you because you are going to cancel this policy tomorrow. So you rather take what I'm telling you or you go somewhere else to somebody who's going to lie to you and you get back to me. So
You believe others, they do lie?
It's been there, it's there. We read about it, we've seen it on TV, it's there, it is there.
Okay.
Yeah, but integrity, like you said, because integrity says, no one is looking at me, but I will still do the right thing. No one, probably this person when they die, I will still be alive and there will be no one to reference what I said to this person, but I will still do the right thing. Because when a person is gone, there's no one to come and argue the case to say, but this is what you said. But I decide I'll still do the right thing, even in that.
Okay. Mr. Mashaba, we find that sometimes, especially in a line of work, business, you can be making those phone calls. You can be chasing clients and everything. And there are times where I believe it's quiet, but you are a prayerful person. Probably the grace is upon your life and you don't find a dry season. But in a situation whereby you find that there's dryness everywhere, how do you still maintain your faith without doing funny stuff?
Our faith in God is not based on God providing for us. There's a saying that I would like to probably correct by the world.
The thing is, you are saying this, talking to me, you are on the show, but now let's be real.
Here is reality in Apostle Rose. There's a saying in the world, and it says, God's delays are not his denials. But the scriptures tells us that God does not delay. In Psalms 23, it says, he prepares. Not that I've not been into a space of falling. I've not been to my lowest in life. I have been there. But I still maintain my faith in God because he made me. Even if even if I say, okay, but God this, God that, he made me. If I try to chase a life that is not right with God, the life that we live in, he can call me back home anytime. So why
that
not
statement
live
that
right?
Mashaba,
No, I'm saying what's because at the end of the day, if God decides to call me back home, he will call me back home today with provision or without provision. You say, so what's why not live for him in the end of the day?
That's fine. He'll call you home with or without provision. But now you need provision, you need clients, you need business, you have a family.
That's why when I have people who consult to me in business. Business needs somebody to strategize. So when you have profit, you cannot eat all the profit because you know that tomorrow is going to come. The same thing that happened when Joseph was the prime minister in Egypt. He said to the people of Egypt, let's store because a dry season is coming. So that's what I do. So I store because a dry season will definitely come. And when a dry season comes, my employees are not going to suffer because of a dry season. I still have a place where I am going to take from and pay my employees. If there was an advice to people who are in business, when you receive profit is not for you to use, but profit is for you to actually go and invest more in business. And that's what I do. You invest more in business so that you never get yourself in a space where you are stranded. What's that?
That's fine. You invest more, you reinvest whatever that you gain.
Yes.
And it also says faith because it's not easy. We call it calculated risk or whatever in business, but reinvesting and not even sure what's going to happen with your investment, but you are doing it because you have faith in the God that you are praying to. So thank you so much. I'm happy because there was a point when you became so real to show us sometimes we can have so much faith, but what's what?
Yeah.
So, and that Mashaba, the subject of faith is very tricky sometimes because when people are facing challenges, like I said earlier, you can be prayerful, you can believe so much in God, but there are situations, there are times in life whereby you'll be hit so hard under the belt that it's like your faith just went through the window. How do you cope under these circumstances?
Do not allow your faith to go out of the window. Jesus Christ says, I have prayed for you so that your faith will not fail.
I don't want you to be quoting scriptures. I want to talk about you. There's faith of Jesus and there's faith of Mashaba.
Yes. I've trusted God like that. There was a point whereby, and this is the relationship that I've built with God. I have a personal relationship that I've built with God. I've been to a space of doubting God. I've been to a space of questioning whether He exists or not. And because of the answers that I got there, I cannot be convinced otherwise. I've had a deal with God to say, God, if you do 1, 2, 3, and 4, I will also do 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you can take me from this level to this level, then I will also do this and this for you. So that is the faith. Ya Mashaba. Yes.
Okay. And in difficult times?
In difficult times, you still trust in God. In difficult times, not that difficult times don't come. In difficult times, you go back in your prayer space You just go and trust in God. You say, God, it might not happen tomorrow. So I'm not that kind of a prayer person who will pray and expect an answer to happen tomorrow. But I know that the answer has been there. It might not be tomorrow, but I know that it will come.
Amen. Mr. Mashaba, thank you so much for taking your time to be with us here on Let's Talk. I really love spending time talking to you. You really challenged me, because every time when I want to grind you, you quote scriptures, and I cannot go against the scriptures. So you came very prepared for me. With 30 seconds, looking at that camera, can you give anyone who could be in business, in ministry, or the pastors? Like you said, some people, they take their pastors as their middlemen or their source, word of an advice or encouragement.
Everything that you are looking for in life is locked inside of you. For the mere fact that God lives inside of you, everything that you're looking for is inside of you, and do not be convinced otherwise. Do not be manipulated otherwise. The moment you know that that prosperity you're looking for is inside of you, that house that you're looking for is inside of you, you'll not be convinced otherwise. Yes, I understand the house is physical, but it will have been born inside of you. Then you will be able to see it the other side. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much. So you mean everything has been deposited inside of us. What he also said earlier, he talks about the relationship with God. You don't need a middleman. You can, when you have built your relationship strongly with God, you can just talk to him directly. He is faithful, he is gracious, and he loves us so much. He won't want us to suffer. He's your daddy. So build your faith, build your relationship with God, and believe in him in everything about your life. It could be your health, it could be that money you are looking for, the house and everything. And like he's just said, everything has been deposited inside of you. All you need is to speak the right things, is to declare the right words onto that situation. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking your time and also supporting IVN. Mr. Mashaba, thank you so much once more time for being here. It was a wonderful having you. Until next time, peace.